Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. How are you today? Suzanne Taylor King here for week 4 of the Quantum Jump Your Client Attraction. All of this amazing content is taking place over in my free Facebook group, the Idea Lab for Entrepreneurs. So if you aren't there, the link's going to be in the comments to join, or just check on my personal profile. If you click on that image, the link will be there for you to join. I am going to hop in to Facebook right now and share this video into that group so that all of my incredible 1,200 members can see it. And if you're catching this replay, don't forget to put hashtag replay in the comments. I love seeing who gets to see this video after it's live. So, okay, sharing into the group, and we are going to get started. Today is all about actually attracting without needing to DM or cold email. And this training is actually what I do on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and it's how I've grown my business. And this is a little controversial. I'm just going to warn you because all the major players and the gurus and the books are going to tell you that cold outreach is necessary and required to grow your business. Either that or spending a fortune on Facebook ads. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. So let's dive in. If you're here live, give me a hello in the comments. And I will tell you that this session is going to teach you how to sell, like actually teach you how to sell in a way, excuse me, that attracts yes energy, no time wasters, and it removes the need for objection handling, which I have said for years. I don't want to overcome people's objections to working with me. If you have objections about hiring me, it's because I haven't explained myself well enough or because you're not ready to do the work. Now, how freeing is that when you actually work with people who are ready to do the work and they actually listen to you and only you? There's nothing worse than hiring a coach when you're already working with a coach. And we can get into that in another training. But the core concept of this is really you shouldn't be begging, you shouldn't be convincing, and you shouldn't need to follow up 6 times to close a sale. If you're positioning your messaging and your process is clear and powerful and aligned with who you are as a person energetically, I know that's a little woo-woo, but it's got to be aligned. You do not have to chase, beg, convince, or do any of that. So let's get into this a little bit. Number one, you don't need everyone. You need alignment with your ideal clients. One of the most freeing moments I remember was realizing this. I don't want to convert everyone. I want to attract the ones already leaning in and listening, the ones already attracted to how I talk, how I show up, and all the things. So once I got clear and secure about that, the sales process got lighter, faster, easier, way more fun to meet people and have them lean into me and what I'm doing. Oh my God, how do I join your group? Oh my gosh, how do I work with you? That would be amazing. Or imagine this, people in your free community actually messaging you because your free community is so valuable. Just saying, you're not here to overcome objections. You're here to speak powerfully to those ready to move. That's the problem aware, solution aware people. And if you don't know those stages of awareness for your business, you need to get clear on that. I'm not teaching that today, but if you're not sure of what stage of person you're attracting, I guarantee if you're not getting yeses and you're not getting people to message you about working with you or getting help or jumping on a call, it's because you're speaking to the buyer who is problem unaware and solution unaware, meaning they don't even know they have a problem and they don't know that you're the solution. So when you speak to those people, you get nothing, crickets. So let's get into some interaction here in the comments. What are the 3 red flags you've seen the most from past non-ideal clients? Hey, Justin, thanks for hopping on live. The 3 red flags you've seen the most from past clients that you have that were not ideal. For me, it's hard decision making. Just can't decide, kind of insecure or nervous about making a decision in their business. For me, that's a no, no, thank you. And how about those non action takers, the ones who want all of your advice and then they don't do it? Shout out to Gordon Melville, who takes all of my advice, like literally everything, and implements. A Violet Rainwater, shout out, same exact thing. Asks for advice, takes the advice, and runs with it and implements. Lindsay Hack, same exact thing. She's rocking it right now because she implements, because she takes imperfect action before she has it all figured out. That's ideal for me. Yes, let's go. I love that. Now, number 2, you have to pre-frame to attract yes clients. So that is not some sales script. That's not some magical DM sequence. It's not. It's positioning you as the expert, and then you are qualifying them, not the other way around. What does that look like? That looks like they can't just get on your calendar. Those public calendar links, nightmare. How many times have you hopped on a call that you thought was a discovery call, somebody scheduling with you because they wanted to work with you, and it turned out they wanted to sell you their shit? Sorry for the language, but it's really, really a pain in the butt if you're spending your days like that. Let me know in the comments if that's ever happened to you. So basically, what you want to do is use a pre-call or pre-qualification. If you don't fill out the questions on my calendar link for a discovery call, if you don't fill out the questions and you don't answer them properly, I delete the appointment off my calendar. Because guess what? You're not serious about working with me. And I got fed up to here with calls that led nowhere, networking, get to know you calls that involved me introducing you to 20 awesome people and me not receiving any introductions back. And that's not saying I'm not a huge giver. I am, but you have to be connecting with people at your level. Yes, Gordon, you listen like a champ, approachable, but not accessible. Now, set the other thing, set clear expectations with people booking a call with you. Speak to people in your content, in your posts, in your videos, to people who are ready to move, not tire kickers, not someone thinking about buying a new car, somebody with cash in their pocket ready to go today. It's going to be much less people. It's going to be much, much less people. I'm not talking 1,000 people a month here. I'm talking attract 50, attract 30 and get 1, 2, maybe 4 clients, depending on how much you need. That's what I'm talking about, quality over quantity. So here's an example to say at the end of a post or a sales page, this program or this offer is for those who are ready to take action today, not just thinking about it for later. These spots will fill up, blah, blah, blah. Like, be bold with your asked in your content. Um, yes. Good morning, Tina. Great to see you. Needs to be the right audience. Yes. And if you're getting crickets, listen, if you're getting crickets on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, it means your content is not resonating with your ideal client or, and, yeah, and, or, um, you are not having an audience that you have curated of your ideal clients. And that's a whole nother training too. So before you accept that next connection request on LinkedIn or Facebook, check out that person. Are they an ideal client? Are they an ideal referral partner? If the answer is no, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm on social media to build my business. I don't know about you. I love social media. I go on TikTok for fun, for, passing the time, for entertainment. I am not posting for myself for entertainment. And if you agree, then start doing things a little bit smarter. Now, here's number 3. Messaging has to magnify who you are. So, it magnifies who you are. These videos. If I came to this video tired and unexcited and unmotivated, how many would be here listening right now? Not as many. How many people do we have live right now? We have 7. Awesome. And I know many, many more will watch this video in my Facebook group. So listen, if you're showing up tired and boring, social media has to be entertaining. Your content has to be entertaining. Whether it's funny stories, serious stories, doesn't matter. Messaging has to magnify you and your knowledge. And the second thing it has to do is it has to filter. So if you're being too vanilla in your content, it's not going to filter out those people who are not interested in working with you. Trust me, I did that for years. So, your goal of your message is not to convince, not to persuade. It's to call in the people who've been waiting for your voice, your path, your energy. My ideal clients resonate with my energy. My ideal clients love the fact that I take imperfect action, that I'm constantly learning for them. And I feel as though, oh my gosh, how lucky am I that I get paid to learn the cool stuff that I am doing in my business. So if you don't feel excited like that, might be time for a little pivot. And if it is time for a little pivot and you want to book a call with me, let me know in the comments and I will reach out with the right link. So here's an example of a hand raising post that's going to call out your ideal client. We talked a little bit about hand raising posts in week 3. This week, I'm going to ask you to really go bolder with the hand raising post. Ready to stop doing all the things and start doing the right things to get clients consistently? I help service-based entrepreneurs sign dream clients without being glued to their phone. That formula of a post will call out people who resonate with that message. Yes, polarize. Let them sort themselves out due to our content and the way we present. Yes, absolutely. And don't be afraid to be bold. Listen, I know Tina, who's watching, she helps women, corporate women, leave their 9 to 5 and start a business. Ready to leave your business? Ready to ditch the 9 to 5? Message me, call me, be bold, be like, I got your back type of post. Now, be bold. And I say that tongue in cheek, right? Be bold, but not everybody can be bold. And sometimes when you can't be bold, that's when you need a coach who is bold. That's when you need someone on your side, whether you're paying a coach, whether you have an accountability partner. I have numerous accountability partners who hold me to what I say. They hold me to those belief statements and call me to a higher version of myself. And if you don't have that, you need to get it. You need to get it. Now, when you're bold, your message should repel fence sitters. Your message should repel the weak, the people with no money, the people who are scared to take action. What if your messaging repelled those people? Yes, Tina, perfect. Post it. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is scroll by your post. Who cares? Who cares who scrolls by? I don't. And it's earned me. And I say earned. It hasn't gotten me. It's earned me 8,000 followers on Facebook. I've only been being consistent for a year on Facebook, posting on my personal page. And listen, this can do magnificent things for your business. And I don't teach anything I don't do myself. That's just part of my own integrity thing. You have to do this in a way that feels right for you. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate you. You're that person for me on my health journey. So I appreciate that. Now, what to say when somebody comments? I know not everyone can do a live, look at the camera, look at their bullet points, look at the chat running up here and comment and incorporate, like Gordon just said, SW, 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 SW next. Love it, right? And I forget what it's so what, some will, some won't, some wait, so what next. Thank you, Gordon. Read my mind. And I know that it feels like awkward to do a video that's not scripted, that's from your heart, your head, interact with the comments, be looking at the camera, be engaging, right? I got my coffee. I'm definitely over caffeinated today, but this is important. This is important to learn how to do this. And it's not perfect. I might cough. I might, make a weird face. I am not scripted and perfect. And that's why my clients resonate with me, because neither are they. And this is not about putting out edited videos. This is about when someone says something, when they comment on your post or when they DM you, knowing what to say. And it's not a script, it has to be from your heart. If someone drops an emoji or a comment, they're raising their hand, they're agreeing with you. That's powerful. Now you can turn that spark of agreement into a conversation and then into a client if it's the right person. How do you do that? Thank them publicly. Oh my gosh, Tina, thanks so much for your comment. Can't wait to see your post. Then move to the DM quickly. Not 2 weeks later after the post, that day. Hey, Tina, I loved that you were on my live today and that you mentioned doing a hand raising post. And I'm so glad that resonated with you. Please share the post with me after you do it. I would love to add to the engagement. No sales pitch there, right? Just connecting authentically, saying thank you for being on my live. Let me know when you actually do it. I'm already functioning as Tina's coach in that moment. I'm already saying, hey, I got you. And I'm going to hold you accountable to doing what you said in the comments. Then ask for permission. Would it be helpful if I shared some tips on how to do a hand raising post? Or would it be helpful if I shared some tips on getting more engagement in your Facebook group? Would it be helpful if I show you how I post on LinkedIn and actually get 3 or 4 inquiries about being a client of mine? If Tina's not interested, she's not going to respond. Or she's going to say, oh my God, that would be amazing. I share that information so freely. I don't make people opt in. I don't make you give your email and all of that nonsense. I keep track of conversations. And that's a whole nother training as well. And if you're in my membership community, you get trainings like that. How do I keep track of people? I'm actually doing one at 12 o'clock today. I'm doing one based on the Prosperous Coach method of conversations. And I'm training people how to keep track of those conversations in Go High Level software. So if you use Go High Level and you want to come to that training at 12 o'clock today, or you want the replay, let me know in the comments. You see, I'm doing what I'm teaching you to do right now. How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool. And I think I'm pretty genius for doing it because this is what works. This is what I tried to learn everything else but this is what works. Get people in the room with you for a conversation, learning from you, asking questions. This is what works. Great job, Tina. Please send that post to me in a DM and I'll make sure I engage. Okay, now listen, when you're talking to people, how do you transition from the would you like my tips on LinkedIn? Would you like whatever you do, whatever you're giving them? How do you transition to a call? This is where research is important. Research the person. Research, do they have followers? Do they have clients? Do they have a website? Do they have offers? And can what I do help them? If you're a health coach and you see that somebody's commenting and interacting with you who is also a health coach and they're already fit, they're already in shape, they're not getting on a call with you to hire you. They're commenting on your stuff so they can engage with your buyers. That's how you know you're doing something right. But be smart about who you offer a call to. This will change your schedule and change your calendar and your productivity. Really important. Thank you, Gordon. I appreciate that. Okay, so that transition piece, if this is something you're actively working on and you would like my opinion, my help, my guidance, my resources, whatever you want to say, I'm happy to tell you how I help clients with this. I'm happy to have a conversation with you about what it's like to work with me. Is that something you'd want to talk about? And let them know up front that the conversation is about them working with you, not a get to know you conversation here. Get to know you conversations are when somebody is introduced to you or you meet somebody at networking. What I'm talking about here is interacting on social media in order to get clients. So don't allow anybody to book with you who just wants to get to know you. Okay. We're going to polarize those people and get them out. So use this language. Do you want to hear how this works? And if we'd be a good fit to work together? Some people are going to say no. Who cares? Some people are going to ignore you. Who cares? Unless you're ready to spend a couple $1,000s a month or more. I just heard about a guy who spends $1 million a month on Facebook ads to make 2. He spends 1 to make 2 million. I think that sounds horrible. I think it sounds exhausting. It sounds like a ridiculous waste of money and advertising and promotion when you can easily have $1 million a year business for yourself. Okay? Yes. Whoa, is crazy. Okay. Part 5, closing clients without chasing. Now, this is going to get some controversy and maybe some backlash, but you're not here to chase people. You're here to attract. That's what this whole 6 weeks is about. And you're here to be a leader. You're here to be the radiant exemplar. You know, I like myself some Stoic philosophy. An exemplar is the person you look up to and you want to be like. That's your job. That's your job. If you're in the online space and you're selling a product, a service, coaching, consulting, or some sort of service, it is your job to be the person that your ideal clients look up to. It is. And if you're not ready to do that, it might be time to do something else for a living. So if you're here to chase, if you're here to spam messages out, I'm not for you. And I would argue that in today's day and age, when everyone is doing automated messages and using robots and talking to people through these automated sequences, I'm here to say, stop doing that shit and actually connect with people. Actually know people and have them know you. It is so different and so much more powerful that it will enable so much more in your business. So you don't need 3 follow ups. You don't need a PDF to clarify a proposal. You do not need all of that. You need clarity, you need confidence, and you need a clean decision point. Are you a hell yes or are you a maybe? I don't want your maybes. And this sounds mean or harsh or whatever, but maybes don't cut it. Maybes get me nowhere. And I would argue they get you nowhere too. If someone is a maybe, let them continue following you. Let them continue being on your email list, receiving massive value from you. And maybe someday they'll turn into a yes. One time, it took 8 years for somebody to turn into a yes. Most recently, I met someone networking 4.5 years ago. She just became a member of my community. Wow. She had been following me and reading my emails for 4 years. That's incredible. So you never know when it's going to be time for somebody to become a client. Maybes are not kind. You're very correct, Gordon. So, clarity, confidence, and a clean decision point. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's it. Yes or no? So, if it's a yes, amazing. Let's go. If it's not aligned, totally okay too. I'll only move forward with full hell yes clients. I've tried it with maybes. I've tried it with people who are not ready. I've tried it with people who were also working with another coach. And let me tell you, it has never once worked. So if somebody wants to hire me one-on-one, I ask the question, are you currently working with another coach one-on-one or in a group coaching program? If they say yes, I say, how much longer until you're finished with that program or that coach? And they might say 6 months, they might say 3 months. Please circle back with me when you're finished that work. it's too confusing to work with two different people, especially when I have a different way of doing things. And I understand that, and I'm willing to be bold and say that. So, what does that look like for you? And here's your homework this week: write a hand raising post that calls only your yes clients, ready to go people. I have one spot available. I have two spots available. Don't say 20. I have two spots available for one on one clients right now. Are you ready? That's it. That's it. It can be something so, so simple. Share it in the Idea Lab for entrepreneurs. You might get one, but also you're going to get good feedback from me and from the other members. Use the group to actually advance your skills on everything I'm teaching for this whole 6-week challenge. This is week 4, by the way. And lastly, pick one person. Maybe you see their name in the comments here, or maybe you see them posting in the group. Pick one person to DM and serve without expectation. One person to DM and say, "Hey, Gordon, I love the stuff you said on Suzanne's live today. I'm curious about what you do." And I don't know. You never know where those DMs could go. But the part is to be brave and do it, to actually align yourself with people you resonate with. So if you like Gordon's comments, or you like what Cheryl has to say, or you like what Tina says, Mike says, live up to what they look up to. Yes, yes. For me, it's so, so important that when I hire somebody, they have to be doing what I hire them for. Like if I hire, Jonathan Mast is my AI mentor. I've hired him so many times. I've participated in all his stuff. I'm in his mastermind group. Now I'm speaking at a conference with him next week, which is just mind blowing and super fun. 6 hours on stage with my AI mentor. How amazing is that? And it all started with a DM. It all started with me providing value in his community. And that value was bold. I challenged him, I encouraged him, and I was learning from him. It was such a great example of that give and take relationship. And I think what's really important here, I'm challenging you to do these things, right? But what's really important is you going to do them. I show up here for content. I show up here to share what I know. I show up here for you. This isn't really for me. I already know all this stuff. I already do all this stuff. But when it was time for me to provide value to this group for the next 6 weeks, I said, they need to learn how I do it. They need to learn the things that are moving the needle for me. And typically, it's not what you think. So that's why I wanted to bring this information to you. And if you have questions, as always, drop them in the comments. I will monitor and come back. For those of you that are members in the Expansion Lab, which is the next step after the Idea Lab Facebook group, for those of you that are members in the Expansion Lab, this replay will be available, as well as my notes, as well as a really cool PDF to remind you of all these things, plus a worksheet to help you develop those conversations and your confidence. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Jeremy, thank you for hopping on. I'm a huge fan of yours, by the way. Would love to have a conversation sometime about you being on my podcast. See how I did that just there? Somebody just commented, interact, reason to message him. And it's true. It's not some BS I dreamt up for engagement. That's your motivation today to go out and engage with people who resonate with you and you resonate with them. Here's to your engagement today. Have an awesome Monday, and I'll see you next week, same time.